Hi guys, it's Andrea. I am changing up my Shop My Stash this week. I actually started my job already and I've wanted to do this for a week and a half, but I haven't had time and I'm done using hydrating foundations and going to work. So I need to change this desperately. This is my blush and highlighter drawer. I'm gonna do this a little bit differently this week. Usually I do it with lipsticks first, but I'm just changing things up. This is the Blushing and Ballet palette from BH. I liked it. I don't love it. The blushes are super duper pigmented, and I do really like this middle one. The other two are not my style. I kind of like the highlighters, but I don't love this, but definitely putting that back. This highlighter now, the Lancome Sparkling Peach, is in my Fun in the Sun project pan. Just trying to hit pan in this area here, so that's gonna stay in. I'm gonna put back ColourPop on the Cusp. I love this one, use that a ton. Gonna put back Bobbi Brown Bronze Glow. I love this one too. I didn't use this one as much as I might have wanted to, but I used it a couple times. Same goes for Rose Gold from Maybelline, one of my favorite drugstore highlighters. Topaz over here from Jouer is my monthly project pan highlighter right now, so that has to stay in just for another week. And then this guy is the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme. I think I only used this maybe once, but I used it, so it's going back. And then the NARS Banque de Sable palette. I did actually use this a bunch of times just for like a more subtle highlighter, and I like that a lot. As for blush, and as you know, brows never change because that's the extent of my entire brow collection. Okay, blushes, I used a bunch of these a bunch of times and a couple of them not very much at all. Like this Cover FX one, I had used it a bunch before I put it in my Shop My Stash, and so I think I might have only used this once over the last month. So I think I'm just gonna leave that in because I do want to try that out some more. MAC Cheeky Bits, that can go back. This Milani one in American Beauty Rose, like that a lot, that can go back. Entertain from Tarte, which is just like a nice neutral matte blush, can go back. California, I'm tempted to keep this in. I'm gonna keep this in. I really like that for the summer and spring. This Laura Geller in Berry Trifle. I thought I was gonna love this. I don't know. I think this is definitely much more of a fall blush. It's super intense and kind of very deep. This one I actually have fallen in love with. I was surprised because when I first bought this, I thought it was going to be much more of like a highlighter shade because it is quite highlightery, but it is beautiful just as a blush, just like a very sheeny blush, obviously, but I love it. This is Don't Flutter Yourself from Wet n Wild. I really want to keep this in. I'm gonna keep that in. And then this is Lotus Pink from Laura Mercier. This is discontinued, but it's one of my favorite blushes. Oh, I kind of want to keep this in too, if I'm being 100% honest. But I think it's not similar to the Wet n Wild, but it's still a very sheeny pink blush. And so, in the end, I think they kind of give me the same vibe. So I'm gonna put that back. I also really love this Clinique Cheek Pop in Ginger Pop. It's beautiful. I'll put that back too. I don't want to. There were so many good blushes this month, but I'm keeping these three in, so I can't keep them all in. I really like these ones though. So, okay, let's move on to the next drawer. Here's my complexion drawer. So this is primer, concealer, bronzer, powder, foundation. Let's start with foundation. This is gonna stay in because this is my holy grail. It's perfect for work. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation. I absolutely love this. So that's gonna stay in. This one is the IT Cosmetics Confidence in a foundation. Weirdly, can you see this? It almost looks like there's white separating from the foundation. Can you see that through the frosted glass? I'm quite concerned about that because this is a very new formula, very new foundation. Anyways, I used this maybe once while it was in here. It's not my favorite. It's okay. I'm gonna put that back. I love this, but this is super hydrating. I can't wear it to work. It's Lancome. Oh, there's a Bella hair. Lancome Skin Feels Good hydrating skin tint in the shade Blonde. I've used quite a bit of this foundation, as you can tell, but still lots to go, but that's gonna go back. And then the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Stick Foundation. Love this too, but it's super hydrating as well, so that's gonna go back. So definitely need to pull in mattifying foundations when I shop my stash. All right, as for primer, this guy here, the Primed and Peachy from Too Faced, this is now in a project, so this is staying in. And the NARS Smooth and Protect Primer, I guess I'm gonna put this back. This is my holy grail. I love it. I kind of want to keep it in, but I know I need to use other stuff, so, and plus I'm focusing on that Too Faced one anyway, so I'll put that back. Okay, bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze. I just really want to keep this in, you guys. I'm not normally like this. I don't know what's wrong with me. Today's the day of the like anti-shop my stash. I just want to keep everything in. I'm gonna keep this in. It's just been my favorite lately. There's gonna be some train noises. I don't want to stop and wait for it to pass because it might take a while. Anyways, I really like this bronzer right now. I've really been wearing away at it. I don't know if you can tell. It's a huge bronzer. I've had it for 3 years, but I love it. I'm gonna keep this in. But I'll put back the Too Faced Sweetie Pie. I really like this, but I feel like this is a better spring bronzer because it's rosy. And in the summertime, this kind of bronze, the actual bronzer part of it, I feel like is a little cool tone for summer, and it's starting to look strange. I think it looks better when I'm not tanned. So I'm gonna put that back for sure. This is MAC Sunbask. I really do love this in the summer, but I've just not been, I don't know, I haven't been wanting to do something more intense with bronzer at work. So I'm actually gonna put that back for a while, which is surprising because I love that in the summer. Okay, I've got a couple Project Pan items here. Both of these are Project Pan, so those are staying in. This is staying in. I'm not pulling in another under eye setting powder right now. I love this for work. It's the Hourglass Veil Translucent. I'm just gonna keep this in. I just love it so much. And then this powder can go back though. This is the Rimmel Stay Matte. This is so great though too, but I know I have other powders that can do the same thing, whereas I have nothing else that does the same thing as this, so this is staying in. Okay, color corrector, I only have one, so that's staying in. The Tarte Shape Tape is now in a project, so that's staying in, but these three concealers can all go back. These are 3 of my most hydrating concealers, and I love them all. This is the Lancome Effacerness. Fantastic, the most natural looking under eye, super hydrating, beautiful. This guy, the CoverGirl Outlast, is all those things except it's very light coverage, so it's fairly sheer. I actually like this to mix with more mattifying full coverage things, but I'm gonna put that back. And then I do adore the Josie Maran Vibrancy Concealer, super hydrating and wonderful. As for this, I haven't really been using anything to contour with. I've just been doing the kind of like bronze contour hybrid thing, but I don't know, I just haven't been liking contouring lately. But I'm just gonna keep this in for if I feel like doing it. So that's the Hoola Quickie Contour Stick from Benefit. This is such a good product. It's like such a great color, and it blends out so nicely to be like very subtle. I really do love it. I just honestly don't contour very often. But anyway, there's that drawer. Here's my eyeshadow drawer. This guy is in my project until I use it 3 more times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to keep this in this drawer for this Shop My Stash, but you won't see it next time, because once I've used it 3 more times, I'm taking it out. It's the Violet Boss Flamingo palette. It's really pretty. I don't love the formula. It's just like okay for me, but I'm gonna keep that in for now. All of these, I have different things I want to do with these. This BH Color Festival palette, I love this. It's so great. The colors are so different from the original, but this formula is just as beautiful. I'll be honest, I don't see myself using this last vertical row very often, only because they are so dark and glittery. But basically everything from here over I love, and I've used it a lot, obviously you can tell. I'm gonna keep this on my vanity next to the original Weekend Festival palette right here, which if you didn't know has a place on my vanity all summer long because I love it that much. And I really like both of these that much for the summer, so I'm gonna keep them both sitting next together. And yeah, we'll just see how often I use it sitting on my vanity, but it won't actually be in this drawer. In my recent Project Pan collab intro, I think I had forgotten to put what I was wearing on my eyes, which is not like me. Usually if I'm wearing makeup, I list it in the description box so you know exactly what I'm wearing, but for some reason I forgot. So many of you loved that eye look, and it was using the original Editorial Pro palette from Sephora and a lot of these like bright mattes in that line. They are so gorgeous. I love the quality of this. I used it a ton, so this is gonna go back. It's sad though, because I really do love it. You know, this is just like, when you love eyeshadow this much, you never want to put anything back because everything is so fantastic. But yeah, I did use that a ton, so that's gonna go back. This is the new nudes from Huda Beauty. I'm not overly impressed with this. I think the shimmery shades go on so much nicer with a finger than they do with a brush, and even with a finger sometimes, I don't know, I just can't get like the same opacity on my eyes that I would in a swatch, and I'm not overly impressed. Now, it does say it's a nudes palette, so you know all the mattes are gonna be quite light and nothing crazy, and you know it delivers on that. I think the mattes are really nice. I just wish that the metallics, I could figure out a way to get them to be as beautiful in my eyes as they are in a swatch, and I haven't figured that out yet. But I did actually use that a ton, so that's gonna go back. And then the Volcano Goddess from Becca, I used this like twice. I'm not impressed with this at all, really, and I don't know. I'll eventually declutter this, I'm sure. These are okay, those two colors. This hematite shade is pretty. Everything else is just kind of like meh. But even this lava shade, I don't know, it kind of started developing hard pan already, and I only used it like twice. So I don't know, this is just a disappointment. But that can go back. Okay, all of these little individuals, oh, also the Too Faced Tickle Peach palette. I did use this. You guys know this is one of my favorites, but that can go back too. Okay, these guys here. I use this. This is a beautiful color. This is Roy G. Biv. So many of you are like, what? I'm gonna pause, you know, I'm gonna take some time here so you can see the name. Roy G. Biv, that's what it's called. It's stunning, gorgeous, love this. I don't know why that doesn't want to focus, but anyway, that's going back. This is the Crab from the Zodiac Kathleen Lights from ColourPop. Love this pigment, so pretty. That can go back. This is the Sephora Colorful Glitter Shadow in Lucky Penny. I did use it, don't like it, so that's going back. Now these three are the Touch and Soul Metallic Shadows. I don't know why, I just like keeping them in the box. Maybe it's because the boxes are holographic, but I'm gonna keep two of these in here because they're so gorgeous. I'm gonna keep in Sun Aurora, which is this bright yellowy duochrome shade, and then this one is just quite like typical of a bronze metallic, but it's beautiful in the shade Golden Tangerine. This is the one that is kind of like a purple blue shift in the shade Hollow Mulberry. I'm gonna put this back because I don't use it very much. These actually do have quite a bit of fallout though, even like not just as you're applying them, but like throughout the night. I was noticing, oh, my eyelashes are getting chunks of this, so I think you just have to use less product. Less is better with these. But I want to use those two again. This Kaja I did not use, so that I want to stay in. And then this guy, the Ram, I did not use, so I want it to stay in one more time. As long as I use these two guys at least once, I'm gonna be happy, and I'd like to use both of those a couple times. Okay guys, this is my Side Hoe palette bucket. I named it that last time around. It's really intended for me to put things that I want to use once, not like an everyday makeup drawer, which is what this video is. I don't want it to live in this drawer. I want to see this, and I put this on the floor beside me, on the ground to the right of me, so when I'm doing my makeup, I could definitely see it. I like having things in here to use one time. You know, there might be like palettes that you might want to use, but you don't want them sitting in your drawer all month. So this, I used everything in this from last month. There was like 7 things in here. I'm so proud. And I did use this one. This is the Steb 35 eyeshadow palette in Beyond the Sunset. This I got at Winners, and I am surprised at how much I really, really liked it. I wore this yesterday. I wore a bunch of the purples and a couple of the neutrally oranges. It was beautiful. This quality was fantastic. I'm really like pleasantly surprised, and I don't want it to live in this drawer, but I want to use it one more time. So this is going to just stay in his Side Hoe palette bucket, and I think I'm going to actually start shopping my stash for eyeshadow palettes for this with you guys, because I know normally I just pull them out ahead of time, but I'm just gonna see. We're gonna try something new this week. So this is staying in here. If you've never seen my Shop My Stash, I actually pre-pull my lipstick because it's a little too hard to get into the nooks and crannies of all the places I store it. So this drawer usually is where we start every month with all the new stuff. As you can see, it is empty. I used every single one of these lipsticks that I had pulled this month. I actually had to start reaching for things that weren't in the drawer because I left this a little too long, but I'm really proud that I used everything up, so we don't have any leftovers. I'm not gonna re-swatch everything here, but we'll just go through a few things that are in here. This is the Filmora Saved Peach. By the way, I do a lip swatch video every month of every lipstick I wore every day, so if you want to see swatches, you can go look at those. Fenty Beauty Fussy, I pulled that in after. Sunday Fun Day from Too Faced. We have Jasmine from ColourPop. Number 13 from the Sephora Cream Lip Stain Collection. Really pretty. This is Jouer Melon. I really love this color. It's just such a nice, like, I don't know, everyday peachy nude. Of course, I love the NARS Velvet Lip Glides. This one is Xenon, one of my favorites. This guy is so interesting. This is Celebrity from CoverGirl. I love this formula. This color, I never would have thought in my wildest dreams to buy this myself, but this was a gift, and I actually really love the way this looks on when I wear it. I wore that recently in a video, and it was so pretty. So there's that guy, one of the standouts this month. Scorpio Moon from ColourPop, just a nice like mauvey pink. Couple Wet n Wild, the Liquid Catsuit, and Peach Stole My Look, and then Rebel Rose. I actually ended up using that. This is one of those classics that, you know, you have, but you like never think to wear it. I don't know why. I've been so in love with these guys. I think I put one of them back last month, but anyway, the Cashmere Cream from BH. Great formula, beautiful colors. This one is in the shade, where is it? This one is in the shade Yas. Anyways, beautiful colors. I love the way they apply, love the way they wear, super comfortable. Love Drunk from Urban Decay. This is one of my favorite reds. I don't wear red very much, but I really like that one. I have this Dior Addict in 751, which is just like a really, I don't know, sheer pretty coral color. Modesty from MAC. You know what? I'm actually going to keep this one in because this is so new to me, and I think I only wore it one time. I'm going to keep this one in because I didn't keep any other ones in. I'm going to put that in the other drawer. This guy is called Anya from BH. This is their liquid linen. I actually like that formula. I think it's pretty decent. Bear from Becca is just like a really pretty nude color. This Jordana Sweet Cream Matte in Raspberry Tart, super pretty. Another kind of similar to color to that is the Melted Matte from Too Faced in Bend and Snap. I like both of those fuchsias a lot. This one came in my BoxyCharm, the Steve Laurent Posh. And this one, if I recall, smells really nice. Yeah, very like cake icing smell. Super pretty. You know what, I might keep this one in too, just because it's so new to me. So I'm gonna keep that one in too. Too Faced, Pout About It, that one's a favorite. Maybelline Spicy Mob, that one's a favorite. This NYC Terrific Coral. I don't even know if you can get these anymore, but this is one of my favorite summer colors. It's like a bright orangey coral, so pretty. I'll put that one back now though, for now. We have Super Bloom from ColourPop, I love that guy. Sorbet from Bite, love that guy. This one is Luminous Coral from L'Oreal. That's a really pretty everyday color too. And then We from the Sephora Lip Stories, which is really pretty everyday, very creamy shade. Oh, and there was one more, Mantra from Bare Minerals. I really like these Bare Minerals Gen Nude lipsticks. I got 4 of them in minis in a set, but I actually love all. I have in here all the ones that I pulled for this month. I pulled a lot because like last month, I felt like I didn't have enough. So I'm gonna try swatching all of these for you guys. This is Dusty Mauve from Anastasia. I tried this time to pull, what is stuck? That's like some kind of glitter. Man, the glitter lifestyle, look where it leads. I've tried to pull a bunch of stuff that I don't normally, or has not got a lot of use. And this one definitely has not. I don't even know if I like it that much. That's Dusty Mauve. I have this Anastasia in Stevie. I actually really like this shade. I don't know if it looks the greatest on me personally. I know these are weird shades for the summertime, but I figure like, you know, I'll find somewhere to wear them. This one is Name Drop from ColourPop. This is the matte formula. Just a nice pretty like everyday pink. A couple matte shades. I've got Velvet Teddy, Twig, and Pure Vanity. Velvet Teddy, Twig, Pure Vanity. Was also thinking about these Bare Minerals. What are these called? These ones are like the liquid lipstick. I can never remember. Anyway, this one is Juju, which I love this one. And I love this formula. And they smell friggin' fantastic. Here's some Urban Decay, Wired, Naked, and Back Talk. So Wired, Naked, and Back Talk. And I just spied another Bare Minerals here. This one is Swag, which is another color that I absolutely love. So nice on the lips. Such a pretty, pretty color. This was living in my purse and I wasn't really using it. This is the Kaja Crazy For You. Oh, really like this color. It's such like a glossy, very like wet pouty formula, and it's shaped like a heart, which is super cute. This one I haven't used in a long time. This is from Quo. It's called Gossip Session. It's really pretty on the lips, just kind of like an everyday your lips but better color. Here's some glossier formulas. This is NARS Bound. I have this new Lemonade from Dominique Cosmetics that came in my BoxyCharm in Peach Tea, and then this is Wet n Wild Chic Got Real. Bound, Peach Tea, Chic Got Real. Here's another ColourPop. This is my absolute favorite one in Uno Moss. I actually ranked all my ColourPop lip colors of all formulas. That one, I believe, is in #1 place. Lime Crime Plushies in Toasted Marshmallow. I really like this formula, really like this color. It does dry down matte, but it's a super, super lightweight formula. Really like that a lot. Here's another Anastasia in Plumeria. This is one of my favorite colors from these. Just like a bright, like purple. Really pretty. This is one of the new Sephora collection lacquers in #22. They don't have the names on here. They do have names, but I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. That one there. I really like this formula a lot. They're really nice on. This is the It's My Ray Ray in Rosy Ray, this liquid lipstick from BH. I love this color a lot. I really like this formula a lot. Really nice. They smell great too. I have this one from Bare Minerals in NSFW. It's quite deep. I don't think I'll be wearing that to work, but I might wear it somehow, some way this month. And then this guy is Ariel from the Disney collab with ColourPop. Really beautiful shade. Very similar to Uno Moss. You do not need both. I just ended up with both. And then lastly, this YSL, can't remember what these are called. Tatouage Couture Matte Stain in #5. These also have names, but for some reason they just put the numbers on there. I like this liquid lipstick formula as well. It's really pretty. Like, it's very lightweight as well. So as you know, I pre-pull all the palettes that are gonna live in my drawer. I did a whole video about these this month actually, just because I wanted to talk about the palettes that I'm wearing when I go back to work. So I'm not gonna go through all of them really in depth. You can watch the other video for like full swatches of every single shade. This is Jouer Tan Lines, very new to me. Very pretty summer palette. The Deuce by Juvia's Place. I love this one. Another really gorgeous summer palette. This one is ColourPop I Think I Love You. I can't believe that I haven't touched this in so long. It's been well over a year since I've used this, even though it's absolutely stunning. I also have this Nabla palette, the Secret palette. Yeah, just the Secret. I keep wanting to call it the Secret Garden. The most gorgeous packaging. Look at that like embossing, and then there's the beautiful shades in that one. And then lastly, Hanging in Hawaii from BH. Really love this for summer. Just gorgeous like warm tones and some beautiful metallics. This is such a standout palette. The quality is impeccable. Here is my highlighter drawer. So I kept 2, but the 2 I kept are like Makeup Use Up Project Pan ones. So I could probably pull in at least 5. I really want to give this one another shot. This is the Wet n Wild loose highlighting powder in Written in the Stars. I feel like even though I use this quite a bit, I never fell in love with it, and I've heard so many other people have fallen in love with it, and I feel like maybe I'm just not like using it right. Maybe I need to use it wet every time. I don't know, but I want to try this out again. Let's also pull in a couple faves. I really want to use this, the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess in Heat Wave. This is stunning, especially this is the time of year to wear it. Like, Look at that. It's just gorgeous. Sorry about the lipstick left over on my hand. You know, this is life. That one's wonderful. I'm going to pull in Maleficent because this is so new to me. I've only used it one time. This is a Super Shock Cheek highlighter in a pan, but it will not pick up on a brush. You absolutely have to use your finger when you use these, even though they're in a pan form. So this is actually called Mistress of All Evil, but it's Maleficent from ColourPop. Okay, so that's 2. What else is really good that maybe I haven't used? Maybe that one? I don't want to use Champagne Pop. I don't want to use any of these Wet n Wilds. Precious Petals, Botanic Dream, Blossom Glow. What does Blossom Glow look like again? All right, let's try it out. Blossom Glow. We can try that one. It's quite light for summer, but we'll try it. Let's pull in a, I was gonna say let's pull in a Physicians Formula, and then I got stopped by Flexitarian. Let's definitely pull in Flexitarian, and let us pull in Champagne from Physicians Formula because it is just absolutely stunning. A perfect highlighter for the summertime on really tan, bronzy skin. I'm not that tan, don't get me wrong, but definitely tanner than normal, so I'll pull that one in too. I think that's gonna have to be enough because I just pulled in 6, and then I also have 2, you know, makeup use up. So that's gonna be enough for now for sure. All right, I probably need 1 primer. I do have a Project Pan primer, but I should have at least 1 more. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one. One Heck of a Blot from Soap and Glory because that's a really good mattifying one. And then I'm so happy. Here's all the foundation. I finally get to pull in some mattifying stuff. Okay, I know for sure I want to do the Wet n Wilds in Buff Beige. That's the Photo Focus foundation. This is so good for oily skin. So there's 1. And I kept the Smashbox, so I probably only need like 3. Very tempted to bring in the e.l.f. one. But let us do the Infallible from L'Oreal because this one is kind of like a solid choice. I don't know if this is the best shade for me right now, so we'll have to play around with that. I was using that a lot in the winter. I see the shade difference there. I don't know. We'll have to see. I could mix them for sure. I'm gonna pull in the CoverGirl Outlast Active for 2 reasons. This is SPF 20, which is always nice to add, but also because it is active, like it's meant to stand up to sweat and waterproof, and you know, this is like summertime, so I'm gonna pull this in for sure. So that's 3, and I have 1 that I kept. I'm kind of like, I would pull in the e.l.f. I'm kind of thinking about this one, the Revlon Insta Filter. I love this, but I don't know if it's gone off, and I'm scared to pull it in and like use it for work and then look awful. I feel like I need to use this once before I actually pull it in. So you know what? I'm just gonna leave this out, use it once, make sure that it's okay, and then I'll probably pull it in next time, and then I'll just bring in the e.l.f. this time. All right, there are definitely some things in here I want to use. I am going to be, like I said, pulling in some side hoe things. So I kept 4, was it 4? I kept 4 eyeshadows in my everyday makeup drawer. So I don't want to pull in a bunch. So is there anything in here that I think I might use more than once is the question. Because anything else that I won't use more than once can go in the side hoe bucket, which is totally cool. I feel like I want to bring in this because I saw a picture of myself wearing this and I was like, what is that? And it was the sequins from Marc Jacobs in the shade Paparazzi. You guys, I don't know if you can get these anymore because I never see them on Sephora, but I don't know if that's because they're sold out or just because they're not available. Oh my goodness, this is so beautiful. So I'm gonna bring this in and hopefully use it a couple times. Just reminded myself there is another thing that I think I for sure want to use more than once. It's this one from Tarte. This is called Sun Drenched. I bought this fairly recently, only used it a couple times. Very similar to the Marc Jacobs formula, this chrome paint formula. I love this color for the summer. I think it's so pretty. Oh my goodness. So I could see myself wearing this a couple times. I mostly want to put palettes in the side hoe bucket, but there are a couple things I feel like I want to use for sure. Like for example, I want to use both of these Giorgio Armani Eyes to Kill. I have not been using these very much at all, number 5 and number 8. Another product that has a name but doesn't say it on there. If I use these each once, I'm gonna be, I always say I don't bring in like the glitters because I'll just reach for them, but I never do reach for them now. I don't reach for them anymore, so I kind of need to bring them in, but I'm only gonna do 2 because I don't want to overwhelm myself. I'm gonna bring in the Pixie by Petra Rose Gold. This is really stunning. It's not quite the same as Stila because they're a little bit more sheer, but this is really, really pretty. So we'll do that. And then I'm gonna bring in another Stila. You know what, I'm just gonna do Wanderlust. I really love this. This doesn't see a lot of use, even though I do love it a lot. It's a really gorgeous color, and it is really nice as a topper on things as well. And good, it's not smelling weird at all. You will know when these go bad. They will smell like sour milk. It's gross. So this one is perfectly fine. This guy is mini eyeshadow palettes and face palettes. I don't really feel like I need to pull in any mini eyeshadow palettes right now because I actually had quite a few of these in that one-off area. I keep wanting to call it the side hoe bucket. I don't know. Is that like totally... Is that gonna offend anybody or is it just annoying that I keep saying it? Anyway, there's like 4 of these things in there and I did use them. By the way, this Theory palette in Amethyst is so pretty. I didn't have time to make like an actual, whatchamacallit, tutorial with it, but I love the quality of it. So pretty. I could see myself using this a lot in the fall and winter. For now, I want to do like more light, bright, and colorful things. So I'm gonna keep this in here probably for a little while, but I can see myself using the hell out of that in the fall. So for face palettes though, this guy, I forgot that I had purchased this last month and I did use it like once or twice, but I really want to use it a lot throughout the summer. It's super pretty. This is from Makeup Revolution. The name is on this thing, which is why I keep it, but it annoys me that I have to. It's called the Face Quad in Incandescent. So I'm gonna bring this in even though now I have a ton of highlighter in there. That's okay. I completely forgot that I made this drawer last month, so I'm gonna, you know, forgive myself. It's a little tough to get a proper view of these last 2 drawers. The angle's a little weird. So I've had 3 blushes, but like 8 is not a weird number because I'm gonna have this drawer going probably for 3 weeks, maybe even a month, depending on how much time I have to switch it up. So I can pull in 5 things. For sure, I had forgotten this last month and I really love it. The NYX Ombre Blush in Soft Flush. Beautiful color for the summertime. Nice, really bright, vibrant coral. I'm gonna skip past the Tarte for a second. I might go back there. Oh, you know what? I really love this. See that Wet n Wild like baked blush formula again. These are so nice. The Hummingbird Hype. This is kind of like a bronzer blush hybrid for me. So if I wear this, I don't wear bronzer. It's just like a really, it actually looks like a highlighter, but again, it actually performs really nicely as a blush. So I'm gonna grab that. Okay, that's 2. I'm gonna skip past NARS for a bit, see if there's anything else. Let's do Berry Pop from Clinique just because I don't really have a bright pink. This one is not my favorite in the summer, but I think it'll be okay. That's 3. MAC. What do we have for MAC? Let's try this one out. I've used this maybe only once or twice. Lisa gave this to me. It's called Hypnus. I feel like this one would be a nice summer one as well. And I need one more. I don't really want to use any of the Urban Decay ones right now. So let's go back to NARS and Tarte. Any NARS ones? A lot of my NARS ones are more spring or fall. I don't have a lot that I would call summer blushes. Yeah, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull in Tarte Exposed. I have not used this in forever, and this is one of my absolute favorite blushes. This is such a good staple, and it's matte, and it kind of shapes your cheekbones. I don't know, it's really beautiful. I kept an under eye setting powder, but I did not keep a face powder. So Let's do the IT Cosmetics one, the Bye Bye Pores Translucent. I really like this. This is actually really good as a mattifying powder. So I'm gonna pull that one in. And then for concealer, pulled out everything, right? No, I have a makeup use up one. But other than that, I pulled out everything. So let's do this one, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is a nice hydrating one as well. Also the MAC Pro Longwear, I feel like is a little bit more on the hydrating side while still having a nice amount of coverage. And that should be okay because I am like really focusing on the Tarte one right now, so I don't really need a lot more. And then for bronzer, I kept in the L'Oreal one, but there's probably a couple more that I would like to use throughout the summer. Probably both of these. So this is the Neutrogena Healthy Skin Blends Natural Radiance Bronzer in the shade 30 Sunkissed. This is a little bit deeper, so it's really nice for the summer. Bare Minerals Invisible Bronze in medium. I feel like this one kind of works for me all year round, if I remember right. I could be wrong, but I'm gonna pull this one in as well. And then I have all these liners and glitters here. I don't normally pull them out, but I'm just gonna look quickly in case this is something that could go in a side hoe. Like these Urban Decay glitters, I don't see myself wearing them for work, but if I put them in there, at least I might remember to like wear one in a video or something. So let me pull in Catcall and Starfire. And again, it's like wear it once and then at least it's getting some use, right? Everything else I'm just gonna leave in there for now. So this is a weird place to film, which is why I usually pre-pick my eyeshadow palettes. But I'm gonna try to get in here for you guys for this part. So I'm gonna pull out one of my Venus XL palettes. I just don't want them to continue to sit and not be used. So if I can use this at least once, I'll be happy. I'm gonna pull in this one, the Venus XL2, which is the green and peach one. Really gorgeous. I'm gonna skip past these guys. There's nothing that's really pressing on me right now to use from this one. And then over here, these are palettes that I haven't even used once. Actually, that's not true. They're supposed to be palettes that I haven't even used once. Actually, a couple of them I have. That I never get to them. I don't know why. Like that's supposed to remind me and then I always forget. And then over here are just some more. Most of these are ones that I don't love, but there are some I love mixed in here. So there are probably a few in here I want to use, but over here I really want to use this Essence Good Day Sydney one. Like I said, oh, dog hair, brand new, but haven't used it yet. I feel like I could wear this to work too, which is good. I did actually use this Huda Beauty neon one, but I want to probably wear it in a video. I made a tutorial using it and I haven't posted that yet. I don't think by the time this will go up. Maybe I have, I don't know. Anyways, this I really like and I want to use this some more, but it's not the kind of thing I would wear to work. So I'll bring that in there. And then the Melt Impulsive Palette. Love, love, love this, but you know what? I'm gonna put this probably in my Shop My Stash next month. And I did use this once already in a Get Ready With Me. But then these two are the Kaleidos, that's what it's called. Kaleidos palettes that I just got. I have Sci-Fi Green and Astro Pink. I'm not gonna take them out of the boxes right now, but I wanna use these at least once because I haven't used these yet. And then, I'll leave the Pat McGrath one. I need to use one of these. Like these 4 palettes or 5, I've had these for months and haven't tried them yet. The Revolution Midnight Unicorn. Let's pull this one in. I kept the box of this one because the actual palette is just their plain black packaging, which is not as pretty. And I probably will continue to keep that box, but that's what it looks like. And yeah, have only swatched it. I feel like that is more than enough just trying to get through those. I don't see anything in here that is very pressing. Like there's a lot of things in here I've used recently and also nothing that's like calling to me to scream out and use it. So I'll leave all those. So here's everything in here. It's fairly full, but again, like it seems like a lot at first, but as soon as I use one thing, it comes out and then it goes by pretty quickly actually. I really liked the way this system worked out last month because, you know, you want to pull things into your drawer, but then you're only using those things, and sometimes it's cool to use a one-off and it doesn't have to be used more than once, but at least you're getting some use out of it and some variety. So I really like this system. Here is the blush and highlighter drawer. all put together. I don't actually mind having a palette in here. Last month with the Bali palette, it worked out fine because it's really just covering my brow stuff. So there's all the blushes, highlighters. Here's my complexion drawer. We've got concealer, bronzer, powder, and foundation. The foundation, probably what will happen, I foresee myself using this as my next makeup use up, and once that happens, it's just gonna live up over there anyway. So, you know, 5 might seem like a lot, but it'll soon turn to 4. And here's my eyeshadow drawer. These are all much more neutral than everything in my side hoe bucket. So this is mostly gonna be work stuff and then maybe a pop of color every here and there, but I really love some of those single eyeshadows. Can't wait to use those. Let me know if you like this new system, kind of how I filmed it this time. I just want to do something a little bit different for you. I am filming in the middle of the day. I know there's a little bit of shadows, but it just worked out that way with the overcast nature of where I'm filming. Anyway, I hope that you guys like this. Definitely subscribe if you're new and you made it this far, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.